Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And like I like to mention, just a normal 17-year-old girl. And you don't even have to look at me. If you really want to, you can just pop some headphones in and listen. You don't even have to look at the screen. And I didn't have a dream that I'm here to talk about today. I'm just here to talk about some stuff going on. And I'm just here to warn y'all about September. And so let's get into the video. The first thing I wanted to talk about, did y'all hear how it was raining fish? Yeah, my mom told me it was raining fish somewhere like a week ago, I think. Like when this first, I think, happened. Whenever it was like first this was happening. And I was like, raining fish, question mark? Like, that's a big, like, Bible thing. Because, like, in the Bible times and stuff, fish was, like, super popular. Because it was easy to get rather than going hunting or something. It was typically easier to just catch a fish. So it was, like, super popular. And not only that, there was times when God made it rain food. But yeah, they're talking about how it rained fish. I'm like, is God coming or what? And I looked it up just to see, and it says that it was raining fish in a town in Australia, which I don't know if the place means anything, but I just thought it was crazy. And not only did it rain fish, in China, it says that it was raining worms. I'm like, what? Just what is going on? We got fish and it's raining worms. Just what's going on? And then it also says, in let me see. Okay, yeah, the worms. If I did already mention, it was raining worms in China apparently, and then it was raining fish in Australia, and then apparently it says in Mexico there's been like a lot of birds dying. I don't know about that, but yeah, it says in like Mexico there's been like a bunch of birds dying. I'm telling you, like, there's been stuff happening. And then I saw this video. My mom, most of the stuff I used to see, my mom shows me because she has, like I said, she follows like a bunch of like people that do Bible stuff probably. Well, I don't know if she follows them. She just watches a lot of videos, so they pop up on her feed. She showed me this video of this guy that did a recording. He was kind of far away, so you couldn't exactly see if it was like a human or not. So he wasn't claiming it was an alien. So basically, if you watch the footage, it was this really, like, from what we did see, it was either a man that's at least probably like 13 feet tall, or it was an alien. And what the alien was doing, they said that they were recording it, because he wasn't like too close, but they were recording it. And you could tell from what he did record, you could tell it was doing like exercises or something. And he was just saying, he was like I also said, he wasn't claiming it to be an alien or anything. It's just from what he did catch, it was either a super tall human or it was an alien. But yeah, he was like, "Are you gonna be ready? Because they're getting ready." And if you have been following my channel, I have been kind of mentioning about September. I'm like, September coming. So I've heard more news about September. So let me get into that. So September, how I've kind of been hinting here and there. I haven't really made a full video about September. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. So September is critical. So if you don't know, in September there's supposed to be some biblical holidays. And they say in September is quite possible God could come on one of those holidays. Which, it is possible God could come any day. He could come tomorrow if he really wanted to, he could come tomorrow. Like, if he really wanted to, he could come tomorrow. But, a lot of people are saying that they think he might come in September. So, let me tell you what I've been hearing about September. So, September 15th, they say something's happening September 15th. They say that we might be going in lockdown. I also been mentioning that there could be another virus that's been leaked out, kind of like COVID. Because they said they've been hearing people talking, people been like saying this might happen, this might happen. And I'm just here warning y'all. Like I said, I don't know if none of this could happen. I could be completely wrong. I'm just warning y'all in case any of this did happen, just so y'all can be prepared. Because like if you haven't already been noticing, I've been having dreams. Like I think it's time we start. Like I feel like he could be coming any day now. Like he could come any day now. I feel like you really should prepare. Like a big thing, people are mentioning they're gonna poison the water. I'm like, you gotta stock up on water. Gotta stock up on water. Just water, 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 water. If you want to get anything, I think right now the top 2 things you really should get would probably be water and probably a tent. I feel like those might be the number 2 things you really should look into getting. Would be a nice tent and a lot of water. Like a lot. I think right now those are the main 2 things I really think you should be worried about. Because I'm telling you what's going to happen is if they were to poison the water, the only water that's not going to be like deadly to drink, I guess, is if you have some water at home that you have already bought before all this, or if you have like a well or something. And I know not that many people have wells just right by their house. Not that many people do. So I'm just saying, if you can stock up on water, I think it'd be a really good idea to get a nice tent. Me and my mom, I think, went to Costco because she really wants to get a tent. We just, we don't really have the extra money. And she was looking, and if to get a tent I think this tent holds 6 people. It was like $84, which I feel like holding 6 people, that's a lot. And they had cheaper ones. If you don't need as big of a tent, they had cheaper ones. But if you really could get your hands on a tent, I feel like that would help a lot. So like I said, I think water and a tent are like probably the top 2 things you should really be getting. I know food's really important too, but I feel like if they're gonna poison the water, I feel like that's kind of a bit more important because it's gonna be a lot harder to poison all the food probably than it would to poison the water. And people are even talking about. I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, like I was saying, Stember. So September 15th, I heard they're supposed to. Like I said, I could be completely wrong. Like I'm saying, I could be way off. But I'm just warning you in case any of this does happen. So September 15th, I heard that we might be going on lockdown. People are saying September 15th, they're gonna put us in lockdown. Which, like I said, I could be completely wrong. I could be totally off. This is just what I've been hearing on the internet and stuff. So, besides the lockdown, I think it was September 24th or something. I could be wrong on that. I think it was September 24th. They're saying that God could be returning that day. And I'm like, in my opinion, you're probably wondering what I'm thinking. I'm like, the sooner God comes, the better. That's what I'm freaking thinking. I'm like, come right this second. Like, if it was up to me, I'd probably be a little scared. Like, I'm not kidding myself. I think everyone's going to be a little bit scared when God returns. But if it was up to me, I don't know. Just if it was up to me, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what I would be. Like, I don't know if I would say for him to come right now, come tomorrow. I really don't know. I think I'd be too scared. Like, I'd be like, don't make this decision up to me. Let someone else pick. I feel like I'd be too scared if, like, I had to pick when he was coming. I feel like I'd be too scared. But, like I said, the sooner he comes, the better. Like, come right now. And another thing, God tells us, he's like, you should not worry. Like, he's like, you should not, like, not want me to come on Sunday. Like, a certain day. He's like, you should want me to come any day. And I agree to that. I'm like, you should allow God to come any day, no matter what you're doing. I'm like, when he comes, this doesn't even matter anymore. I'm like, it don't matter no more. Like, it don't. I'm like, when he comes, he's going to give us a whole new place to live. Like, this don't matter no more. He's going to give us a whole new place to live. So I'm like, God, come any day. Birthday, holiday, no matter what we're doing. If I'm having the worst day of my life, just come. So I feel like even if I was having the worst day of my life, I feel like him coming would make it, like, just ultimately the best day. I feel like it would just automatically make it the best day. So, my sister has this friend of hers. To be honest, I kind of forgot his name, but he's been trying to kind of learn the truth, and he's a little bit confused. Like, I don't know exactly how to explain, but he's like confused like about a bunch of things. Like a lot of things in the Bible, he just doesn't understand, and it's just sometimes I feel like he's not trying that hard. Cause I feel like okay, sometimes I just feel like he's not trying as hard as he could be. I don't know. I don't know his personal life. I don't know, but um, he was talking to my sister about the Bible, about reading it every day. Like he's like, should I read it every day? I'm like, you should read this every freaking chance you got. Because I feel like when God returns and everything, I feel like the Bible is going to be a weapon. And as I probably mentioned in a previous video, when God does return, they're going to be trying to take these away. They're going to try to take away all the Bibles. That's what I'm saying. You need to get like many Bibles as you can and hide them. Because they're going to try to take away all your Bibles. Because they want a whole generation that knows nothing about God. That's exactly what they want. Because they're just evil. That's the bottom line. They're evil. And they know people that don't know God. It's just easier to sell them things and earn money and be greedy. It's easier to control them, basically. They're like people that don't know God. It's easier to control them, which is wrong. Very, very wrong. They just want a whole generation that knows nothing about God. So, when God's coming and stuff, this might be before he comes. I don't know. They're going to try to take our Bibles away. They're going to try to make Bibles illegal. And they're going to try to make... What they're going to try to do, they're going to try to make talking about God illegal. I mean, some places they already do that. If you have not known, there's a few places it's already illegal to talk about God. There's people that have been arrested talking about God. And this isn't like a long time ago. I'm talking about like now time. Like maybe a month ago, I think there was a guy arrested for talking about God. He was standing outside a church, and he was talking about God. And I think they arrested him because I think they were saying he was interrupting the church or something. I don't really know, but I think he got arrested for talking about God. Which the days we live in, like I don't know how more serious I can be, and I keep getting distracted. I'm like, it's supposed to be about me talking about what's going to happen in September. Like, this is just an estimated guess about September. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So I'll go over what I think is going to happen in September. So, they're saying September 15th, they think we might go on lockdown. They're saying that there might be a virus release, very, very similar to COVID. So about poisoning the water. Like I mentioned, they said God might be coming in September. They say they don't know for sure. I don't even know for sure. Nobody knows for sure. There's just a lot of people think God might be coming in September. Mainly September, probably 24th. I could be wrong about the date, but I think that's the date they said. So yeah, they think God might be coming. Which, I would love him too, but you never know. So, about poisoning the water. The way they're going to poison the water is there's this guy, I don't know exactly what his name is or anything, but I heard there's this substance that they're going to say accidentally leaked into the water, and it's going to make all the water toxic. It's basically what they're going to do. They're going to say that this guy, blah, blah, and they're saying, a lot of people are like, it's already happening. The water hasn't fully, like, it's not bad enough to where it's going to kill people. They're saying that this stuff is already happening. They're already poisoning the water. It's just not bad enough where it's killing everyone. It's just, like, maybe, like, damages. I don't even know how to explain it. But they're saying that the poison's already being leaked into the water. They're like, it's already being leaked into the water. They're like, it's just not as bad. Because eventually it's going to get so bad to where they can't drink the water. It's going to get that bad. It's going to be very bad. I hope you're prepared. Like I was saying, the main two things I think that are really important to get is water and a tent. If you could really get a nice tent, that'd be really good. I feel like those are the two things you really need. And I think after a tent and water, I'd probably say food. But like I said, it'd be a lot harder to poison all the food than it would water. So I feel like water might be not as dire as I feel like food might not be as dire as the water is what I'm trying to say. I think I said that wrong. Did I say that wrong? I'm trying to say the food might not be as hard to get as water would be. There, that's what I'm trying to say. Another thing, they're gonna probably raise the prices on food to be stupidly high. Like, stupid. Like, when I say stupidly high, I mean like $1,000 for bread. That's like stupidly high. I mean, like, people are gonna have to be, I don't know, selling their house or something just to buy food. Like, it's gonna be that bad. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring this chip out, and then the people that don't accept the chip, they're gonna be like, oh, you didn't get the chip, and then they're gonna be like, okay, since you didn't get the chip, this is gonna happen, and they're like, you can get the chip right now, but if you still say no, this is all gonna happen, and they might say some really bad things if you don't get the chip. Like, they could say they're taking your family away. They could say, like, you're no longer gonna buy food. Unless, like, the only food they're probably gonna allow you to buy is gonna be, like, super overpriced. Because that chip, if you don't know, is to use to buy food and stuff. So they're saying, well, since you won't get the chip, the only food we're allowing you to buy is gonna be, like, super expensive. And then if you're still not getting the chip after they raise the prices on food, they're probably gonna make it worse and worse and worse until you finally get the chip. But until you do not get the chip, I don't know how much I can stress this. The chip is evil. So like I said, I've already mentioned, the chip's either going to be inserted in your head, your arm, or probably your hand. And they're going to say it's going to be used to buy food. Like, you just scan it like this. Like, you know the self-checkouts? Well, instead of scanning your credit card or something, it's just going to scan the chip wherever it is on your body. Like I said, they're probably going to put it in your head, your hand, or your arm. This is also part of God coming, because the Bible even states when God comes, money will no longer be a thing. The Bible states that. I'm thinking. Sometimes I just pause because I need to breathe. There's just a bunch of stuff I'm trying to warn y'all. Because I'm like, I don't want to be yelling and screaming because y'all might think I'm just being mean. I'm like, I'm just telling you, like, the truth. Like, what's probably going to happen a lot sooner than y'all think. Like, everything I'm mentioning, I feel like could happen in probably 2 years or less. Everything I'm mentioning right now, I feel like could happen probably maybe 2-3 years, probably less. So I'm like, God is coming soon. And I'm like, I've been having dreams. You can watch all the dreams I've been having on this channel. You can watch all the dreams I've been having on this channel. I post them usually the day or the next day I have them. It's usually when I post them. I usually post the day or the next day I have them. I had them, I mean. So yeah, if you want to watch any of the dreams I have, they're on this channel somewhere. And the most recent dream I had would be the Passover dream, which I think I posted before posting this video. So, which I really liked the Passover dream. That one was really cool. But yeah, just watch out for September. So things are going down in September. And I'm like, things are going down in September. It's gonna be crazy. Just really, really crazy. And I'm like, hold on. Just hold on real quick. I'm gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back. So I wrote down a list here of things I think would be really nice to stock up on. Just in case you don't know what to stock up on, because I don't know. I just made a list of things I think would be nice to stock up on. Which, of course, I wrote tent, water, of course, food. Like, you probably obviously knew food. Then I wrote this down. You can probably find this online. You probably won't be able to find this in the store, but you can probably find this online. It's like two. It's like a water purifier, and what it does, it takes like really nasty water, and I think that's what it's called. It's called a life straw. I don't know if you heard of it, but it takes really dirty water and it makes it to where it's drinkable. I think that would be come in handy, because like I said, they're gonna try to poison the water, and we might have to drink dirty water. I really don't know. So I feel like that would come in handy a lot. Getting one of those. I also wrote this in case you cannot afford a tent. I think a sleeping bag would be a good alternative. Also, I don't like guns personally. I don't like guns. But I feel like there could be people trying to rob and different things during this time if God does return, because I know the world's gonna be like going crazy. I feel like if you're okay with having a gun just for protection purposes. I'm not saying go wrong and everything. No, I'm saying this just for protection purposes. If you're okay with having a gun, I guess I would stock up on bullets. I honestly, in my opinion, don't like guns. So some other things like you can get like pepper spray, I guess, would be a good alternative. Or maybe like, in my opinion, I just don't like guns. And I'm telling you, everything I'm telling you is just for protection purposes. Just in case someone was trying, because it's gonna be crazy. I'm like, when God returns, a lot of people I think are gonna freak out. So people are gonna be like probably robbing and all kinds of things. So also I wrote down a few food items I think that'd be good to stock up on, because during this time I feel like we're not gonna really have electricity. So this is like food stuff that's really easy to cook that you wouldn't really need like a microwave or anything for. So I wrote down, I put ramen, because ramen noodle, all you need to make ramen noodle, you just need to boil some water, and then you can make ramen noodles. And then I put mashed potatoes. There's these mashed potatoes you can get at Walmart, and all you need to make them is water. You just need a cup of hot water. And then I also wrote soup, because you only need to heat soup up, so I feel like you could just pour it into like a pot and just heat it up. So those are some things I put down that are really easy, I think, to make. It would be nice to stock up on if you can. And I also mentioned, if you can't afford a tent, I think like a sleeping bag or something would be a good alternative. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure y'all are prepared, because this is really serious. I feel like it could really be coming September. But yeah, be prepared, because like I said, they did mention that this September they're gonna tell us that a new virus is coming out, is what I've been hearing, and it's supposed to be a lot similar to COVID. And even this person, she's like a doctor, and she was talking to this other doctor that's worked for like years there, and she was telling the doctor was about to quit because she found out they were doing some not so nice things, and the doctor came up to her and she was looking at her. She's like, "You're about to quit?" She's like, "Yeah," and she was like, she just kind of was laughing because she was like, "You don't even know the half of it," and that's kind of how she found out about this virus. They're planning to release in September, and I think it's going to be September 15th, the day they're planning to do the lockdown, because they have to have a reason to lock everybody down. They're just not going to not tell anyone. And I feel like the reason they're going to lock everybody down could be because of the virus. This could be all planned. They're going to tell everyone they're locking them down because of the virus, and then they're going to make the virus and leak it out, and there's actually a whole other reason they're locking us down they're not telling us about. Oh, another thing that I just remembered would be good to get is probably like a gas mask if could, because I don't know if they're going to try to do something to the air. I honestly don't know. I'm just trying to prepare you for anything that could happen. But I know as long as you trust in God, and as long as you pray to God and trust in Him, God is our shield, He is our Savior, He loves us with all His heart. I feel like as long as you trust in God, He will protect you from anything, because God is bigger than your fear, God is bigger than your enemies, God is bigger than anything you can think of. So, I feel like as long as you trust and love God and pray, that He can protect you from anything that earth is going to throw at us. I don't know if I ever did mention this, but when COVID was a thing, COVID hasn't really been a thing for a little bit. I mean, it's still out there. It's not like it just vanished off the planet Earth. It's just not as common anymore. And I just want to mention real quick, our neighbors are playing some music that's kind of loud. So if you hear any music, our neighbors are playing music and it's kind of loud. So if you hear any music in my video, it's just our neighbors. Oh, and also my mom is playing the TV, so you also could be hearing that. But let's continue. I'm just really trying to warn you. I'm like, do not ever stop trusting in God. Do not get the chip. I feel like I should kind of explain more on why the chip is so bad. So the chip is basically, accepting the devil. Like, I don't know what else to say. If you by getting the chip, you're basically accepting the devil. I don't really know what else to say. Because once that chip is in you, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, this is just for your food and stuff." They're gonna be able to control you. They're basically gonna be able to control you like a robot. Like whatever they want you to do, they're gonna be able to make you do it with that chip inside you. Like there might even be people that try to rip. They're gonna find out what's going on. There might even be people that try to rip this chip out of them after getting it. So they're gonna find out that it's evil. And they're gonna have scary. It's gonna be scary. They're gonna be like, if you don't get the chip, this will happen. This will happen. They're gonna probably. I can tell exactly what they're probably gonna do. The first thing they're probably gonna do is they're gonna introduce the chip, and then the people that don't get it, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna be like, they're gonna tell you that your food is gonna cost a lot. Like I already mentioned that. And then they're probably gonna start saying, okay, since you didn't get the chip, we're gonna take your kids and children away. And then after that, they're probably going to be like, okay, you're still not going to get the chip. Okay, they're probably going to start taking your belongings away. Maybe even take your house and make you live just on the street, I guess. And then it's just, besides all that, eventually it's going to lead to them, asking if we believe in God. And if we say yes, they're just going to probably start killing us. They're like, okay, unless we say no, they're just going to kill us, probably. Which I'm telling you, do not deny God. I'm like, please do not. Because I'm like, everyone that denies God and does not choose God, I don't think it's going to be a happy thing for y'all. So I'm like, no matter how hard they push, how much, even if they say they're going to shoot you, you have to still believe in God. Never tell them that you don't. And then another thing with that chip, I feel like if you get this chip, this is just a theory of mine. Like I said, everything in this video I could be completely wrong. I'm just following by what the Bible tells me, what God tells me. And stuff I hear on the internet too. And usually stuff on the internet, unless I actually think that it's true, I probably wouldn't even mention it on here. Because there's stuff I see and I'm like, that's completely fake. Like I know 100% that's fake. But like if I know it's fake, I probably wouldn't even be mentioning it on my channel. But yeah, I still think that's crazy. It was raining fish in Australia. It was raining worms in China. And Mexico's been saying a lot of birds have been dying there. I feel like that's just crazy. And there's been like hurricanes all throughout the world. Like there's been a lot of hurricanes. And then I forgot what the place was called, but they were having their worst hurricane in like 100 years. I think that recently happened, or is gonna happen. I don't know if it happened yet. But yeah, they were saying they were gonna have their worst hurricane in like 100 years. Which I'm like, God is coming. I'm like, listen. So there's this guy who claims that he saw the future through like a vision or a dream or something. I'm not exactly sure. And he said God showed him. So there's this building in his town. I don't know exactly where he lives. But he said God showed him that when God returns, that place was going to be a coffee place. And he said it was just going to be a coffee place or something like that. So he said throughout the years he has lived there. He's lived there like 7 years now, I think. And he said that when God showed him this dream or vision, he told him that building, he showed him, I think. I don't think he told him. I think he just showed him that building was going to be a coffee shop when God returned. Because he said that he could see, because I think he told us he could see God, you could see like it being destroyed. And he said at the time in his vision or whatever, it was a coffee shop. And he said I think he said a month ago, maybe a little longer ago, that he went up to them and asked what they were building there, because he saw they were reconstructing it. And he said throughout the time he's lived there, they have rebuilt something like 3 or so times. And guess what they told him? This is just crazy. He said they told him that they were building a Starbucks there. And he said that's exactly what he saw in his vision. He said he saw God showing him that building was a Starbucks. And he said about maybe a month or two ago, they said they were building a Starbucks there. And I'm like, what does that tell you? I'm like, there's just so many coincidences. It's like too many coincidences to not be something, you know? Like, I'm like, you need to pray daily. Like, I've been reading my Bible every day for like, I don't know, maybe half a year now, maybe? It's been like quite a long time, it feels like. Because, let me tell you, I was down and I was being attacked probably left and right. But at the time, I didn't realize it. I did not realize I was being attacked. And during COVID, this is like the honest truth, I almost died. I almost died because of COVID. I was really sick. I was like one of the first people to get COVID. And I was really, really sick. Like severely sick. And at this time, I didn't really believe in God and stuff. Like I knew He existed, but my channel wasn't even started when this happened. Yeah, I had COVID pretty bad. I was one of the first people to get it. And I literally almost died because of it. I literally almost did. Like, I was very sick. But God was watching over me, and He's like, it's not your time to die. He's like, it's not your time. And that's basically what He said. He's like, it's not your time to die. So, over some time, I was able to recover. But I'm telling you, COVID, that's as sick as I've ever been. I literally almost died. But I'm telling you, God was watching over me, I guess, and He was like, it's not your time to die. So He made sure that I did not die, and He protected me. And even after COVID, I still didn't really believe in God. It was about a month or two later when I started actually getting into God and stuff. And now I'm like super into God, like more than I probably ever thought I would be. Like, I'm super into God now. I even have my own channel, which, guess what? I thought I would mention this. My channel, in about a week or two, will be 1 year old. I think that's crazy that it's almost already been a year since I made this channel. I think that's, like, insane. So, happy early birthday to my channel. Also, happy early birthday to my niece. Her birthday is next month. And, man, is this just me? But, like, I feel like my sister is going crazy for her. She's turning 3, if you didn't know. And my sister's going crazy for her birthday. Like, I'm like, I don't remember getting this much stuff for my 3rd birthday. And my mom's like, of course you did. We went all out for your birthday. And the way I look at it, I don't think you should go all out for the first 3 birthdays. I feel like you should wait till like 4 or 5. Because I feel like when they're that little, they're not going to remember what you did. So I feel like, why not save your money when they're at an age when they'll actually remember. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm just saying, be prepared. Like, I'm just really preparing y'all. If you want to watch some of my other videos, I know my really early videos, like my first videos, they're kind of not my better videos because I was still learning at that time. I was still learning, be honest. I was learning on how to make these videos and stuff. I was still learning. You can watch them if you want, but they're probably not as good as my videos I make now. Because I was still learning at the time. But it's just, yeah, just be prepared. This is just a kind of big warning, and I'm just telling you stuff that I think y'all might want to know. But I'm just saying, do not get the chip. The chip is very bad. I'm saying it's very bad. So, I'm just saying though that the chip is very bad. So like when they're introducing this chip and stuff, if you can avoid it, avoid it. I'm telling you. Like, do not get this chip. The second you get that chip, you're basically accepting the devil. Because it's going to start out with this chip, and they're going to be like, hey, you can get the chip. And then it's going to lead to them asking worse and worse stuff. And it's going to lead to them making you deny God. It's going to lead to you denying God or else dying. So I'm like, no, I'm not getting that chip. I'm like, no. And then they're going to take all paper money away. So you almost have to get the chip, and they're going to be like, okay, unless you have the chip, you can't buy anything. And they're going to take all paper money away. But still, you're going to have to just not get the chip. I don't know how. I feel like it's better to die believing in God than it is to die knowing you did something wrong. To die knowing that you had the chip. and stuff to know that you did wrong. That's why I'm going to try with all my heart to never, ever get the chip. The chip is evil. Chip is very evil. And I'm like, that's what it was called. I was trying to remember what it says in the Bible. It's called the mark of the beast. And that's what the chip basically is. They're going to call it a chip, but it's the mark of the beast. It's basically what it is. If you would like to read more about the mark of the beast, I got this. It's called a Bible, and it tells you all about that. It tells you like all about that. There's probably videos on YouTube that talk about the mark of the beast. Also, it probably just there's so much I wish I could just. I wish this video could go out to all the people. It's like this is so important, so important. It's just so important that y'all know all this. Like, God is coming. I don't know when. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong, and it turns out none of this happens. I'm just telling you what the Bible says and what God tells me. And like I say, I'm just a normal 17-year-old girl that makes videos about God. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to say, because I feel like at this point I'm just going to be repeating myself. But yeah, I mainly just want to tell y'all about everything that's going on, how these crazy events are going on. And before I do go, I will mention the aliens. As I had previously posted, I had 2 dreams about aliens. And if you would like to watch those, they're like 2 videos down, I think, where I mentioned one. And then the previous video before that one, I mentioned another one I had. But yeah, I had 2 alien dreams. And in my dreams, these aliens had like really big heads. And they were fully black, I think. I think the only thing that wasn't black was like their eyes. I think their eyes were kind of white. But they're, like I said, they're going to be calling them aliens. But they're not aliens. They're not aliens. They're fallen angels, aka demons. Fallen angels is kind of just another word for demons. And they are pure evil. Pure evil. And some very not good people, some evil people, are going to try to tell you that the aliens are good and stuff. They're not. They're going to be like hiding under a mask. They are not good. Aliens are really bad. They're demons in disguise, and their only goal is to do evil. So when they come trying to trick you into thinking, because what they're going to do at first, they're going to say, so people are going to start disappearing. Because as I already know, about a month ago, they came out saying aliens are real. It was less than a month ago, but maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't know. It was like less than a month ago. They came out and said aliens are real. And now people are finding proof on old things that were built like years ago that there's like proof aliens built them. I'm like, so I don't know where this is at. I just like completely forgot. But you know those staircases that just float and no one knows who built them and they just float in midair and no one knows who built them or anything? And you can go and visit them, and I think you can even walk on them. I think my dad was saying they don't let you walk on them anymore because they're like getting older. I don't really know. But I'm like, no human knows how to do this. And they're already finding proof that aliens built certain artifacts from a long time ago. So is it possible an alien built that too? I wouldn't put that past it. I feel like that's very possible that an alien could have built that. Like I said, I've been reading my Bible every day since I felt to do so. I feel like, and this is even true, they did a test, and they said people that read the Bible and listen to Bible songs seem to be a happier person, which I'm like, yeah, it's because they're not listening to their evil thoughts anymore. I'm telling you, if you listen to evil music, you're going to have evil thoughts. If you listen to evil music, you're going to have evil thoughts. So that's why I say, read your Bible, put on some good songs. Like, hold on. Give me a sec. So I have this music app. It's called Free Music. It's completely free. You can make a playlist, pick what songs you like. And yes, it does have ads, but most of them, there's like an ad every 5 hours maybe. Like, I really even notice them. Like, the ads are so little that you rarely even notice this. And you can get this on tablet and you can get it on phone. I don't think you can get this music app on computer, but you can get it on your phone and you can get it on your tablet. And I just wanted to tell y'all it's called Free Music, and there's a lot of good songs you can get. You can make your own playlist and put whatever song you want. And it's called Free Music, and it's blue, and I think it's pink. It's blue, and it says like 2023 or something on it. And it's like a white music note. It's probably won't be the first one that pops up. You're gonna have to scroll down a little bit because they always want to put the ones that cost money up first to grab your attention, I guess. And I just want to tell y'all, this song right here is called Awesome God. I love that song. That song's like one of my favorite. This is also a good one. It's called God. It says We the Kingdom. It's by We the Kingdom. I think that's what it's saying. And then it's called God is on a Throne. That's also a really good song. And then there was a couple other songs that Mom was playing. I think when Mom was playing them, and I wanted to add them on my playlist, but I totally forgot what they were called. But I'm just saying, there's a couple songs like I mentioned that you could add on your playlist, and there's probably a lot more. I'm like, once you start getting closer to God and stuff, and start following people that are in God, you're gonna get like videos and stuff of people, and you're probably gonna be a lot happier. It's just so much I want to mention. So much. Oh, did you hear? There was a beach. I think my brother went to my brain forgot. It was, what's that beach called? Port Aransas. I don't think that's what wait, just know. I think it was in Port Aransas. They have a beach there. And there's been these weird things floating up from the sea, which people don't know if they're dangerous or not, but they've been floating out over the sea. And my brother, he went there on like a trip, and he said that he saw some of these things floating out of the water. So it's not making it up. My brother went there and he saw these things. It's for real. There's weird things coming out of the ocean. Then, this one guy, I saw it on the internet. He filmed this and posted it. He said, I caught this, and he was like, what the heck is this? It was, I think, a firefly, but it was like, it didn't look like an ordinary firefly. Like, it was like weird colors, and like there was like little things about it that I think were different. And he was like, what the heck is this? And then people have been finding new animals. People have been finding new, like, mutated animals. Like, I'm telling you, they've been mutating animals, which is very against the Bible. The Bible says do not mess with DNA. It says do not mix DNA. And that's what people are doing. They're doing it in secret, of course. And it sometimes leads to very weird animals. And sometimes they escape and get leaked out. Like, it's just bad. It's not good. You're not supposed to mix animal DNA. It says so in the Bible that you're not supposed to do that. It's just crazy. Just really, really crazy of everything that's happening. And then a lot of people don't know that this is all happening. They just think it's all make-believe. Like, this is all just a joke. This is real. The Bible has been here, I think, like, everyone's whole life. This has been here. I think that the Bible's been here everyone's whole life. It's been warning you about everything that's happening. Everything that's currently happening, the Bible has spoken about. I'm like, I don't know where blankly I can say it. Everything that's happening, the Bible has spoken about. It has prophesied that this was going to happen. He prophesied that everything happening, the Bible has already told you was going to happen. And I'm like, the day we meet God, he's probably going to think we were so stupid. Because I know when we meet God, that we're supposed to get a new body, and we're supposed to be able to know everything. But it's just, I think we're going to feel really stupid. I feel like we're going to feel really stupid. I don't know why. I feel like some of us are going to feel really stupid. And it's going to be scary. Like, I feel really bad for the people that are going to be left behind. Like, I'm not saying that there's a possibility anyone could be left behind. There's a possibility I could be left behind. I mean, I would really not want that to. Like, if I was left behind, I would be very, very disappointed in myself, probably. Let's just put it there. I'd be very disappointed. So I'm saying, if you follow God and do His way, read the Bible, and you do His way, you shouldn't be left behind, that's all I should say. So that's what you gotta be for God, because if you're not for God, you're gonna be left behind. And what does left behind mean? Left behind means separated from God, and you do not want to be separated from God, because once you're separated from God, the only person left is probably the devil. And the devil, he don't want anything to do with you. All he wants is evil. So he's gonna probably do some really bad things to you at that point. He's gonna drive you crazy. I don't know how else to say it. It's gonna be really, really bad. So that's why we gotta live our hardest for God and be for God, because we don't want to be left behind. We do not want to be left behind. We do not. But God's coming for a bride. God's coming for a bride that's ready to go. He's not coming for someone that's half ready. He's not coming for someone that's only 1% ready. He's coming for someone that's 100% ready. He's not coming for someone that's only half ready. You want to be 100% ready when God comes, because He's coming for a bride that's 100% ready. But there's so much. Just look it up on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying believe every video you say. No. Not every video you see is telling the truth. That's why I'm saying you should look at it and then pray about it and see what God tells you. Because praying is our weapon. Praying is whether we know if it's true or not. So if you don't think something's true, you think they're telling lies or something, pray about it. God answers and hears pretty much every prayer. Now, the Bible tells us if you pray something that's sinful, or if you pray something that's greedy, or you pray something that you shouldn't be praying, well, then that's when He probably wouldn't answer a prayer. But if you pray something and that's good, let's say you're praying for protection over your family. This is just a hypothetical thing, because I pray protection over my family. I do that usually every time before I go to bed. I'm saying if you're praying protection over your family, that's a good thing to pray about. You should pray about that. But let's say, this guy spilled my coffee. Let's just say hypothetically. Let's just say this guy spilled my coffee, and I'm gonna pray that he stumbles and dies or something. Then I'm pretty sure God wouldn't answer a prayer like that, because that's ridiculous, and you're just clearly being a Karen, I guess. That's ridiculous. So if you pray good things, God will most likely answer them. But if you pray bad things that are greedy, selfish, and mean, most likely God's not going to answer those. And then God knows everything, so sometimes there's a reason He don't answer prayers. Sometimes there's a valid reason that we may not know about. But if you're praying whether a guy is telling lies or telling the truth, I feel like God probably would answer that. And I will mention this, God does not answer automatically. It's not a magic genie. The second you say He's right there. No, He will answer on His time and His time only. So it could take years, maybe weeks to get answered for a prayer. It could take a long time. But as long as you're praying truthfully and it wasn't something mean, your answers should come eventually. And just so much I want to talk about. Just so much. There's just so much. I just want y'all to be prepared. Some serious stuff going down in September. If you don't believe me, look up everything that's happening in September. There's some serious things happening in September. I'm just saying, be prepared. Some serious things are going down in September. I don't know what else I can say. Just be prepared. I really need to upload more videos of me reading my Bible, because I uploaded the first 2, but then I just never got around to doing the rest, really. I just always got distracted and stuff, which is not good. I do not need to be getting distracted. But bye for now. I might do a part 2 about this. If you would like to watch the dreams and other videos where I've kind of mentioned this, you can. Feel free to do that. And like I say, I'm just a normal 17-year-old girl. And I guess bye for now.